everyone. Welcome to Monday Medz. Yes, it's Monday. I hope your week is off to a great start. So, yes, welcome back to my home. It is freezing outside and very windy. For those of you who are here in Massachusetts, you know we are going through a windstorm. Something like that. Wind gusts of about 65. And yeah, there are many power lines that are down. The last time I checked, there was about 43,000 people without power. And so, guys, be careful on the roads if you're on the roads, and be careful as you go about. Look around your surroundings. So today I am inside. As many of you know, I love to be outside, but I have to think about what's going on outside and adjust to that. So, yes, I have some shout outs. Shout out to all those who I met last week. Many of you. Shout out Sarah. All the best with music school. Shout out Juliana. Yes, I will talk about social health and how to relate when you go back home traveling from a foreign country. And shout out to Enoch and Fen. Shout out to you guys. Hope you got back to Singapore safely. Shout out to Rick. Reich. Hope you got to Berlin all right. And shout out Anas, Christopher, Connor, um, Carney, Carney and Pete. Hope you got to Israel safely. Shout out to you guys from South Carolina, Linda and your friends. Shout out to you guys. Nice meeting you. Shout out Aylin. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And definitely give this video a thumbs up. Like it if you like it. Hope you do. And share it with your family and your friends. Shout out to you, Margaret. Margaret and Carrie, shout out to you. Angela, shout out to you. Chris, shout out to you. When are you going to take a vacation? And shout out to you, Sarah, and your husband, newlyweds. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to Olga and your daughter Nicole, and your daughter Nicole, your daughter Alexa. Shout out to you guys. And so today we're actually going to be talking about social health and teens. Social health and teens. And yes, Olga, Nicole, thank you so much for sharing that. The relationship you have with your daughter. I will talk about it in a bit. So, yes, shout out to my teen son, Samuel. Shout out to you. Hope you are having a good day at school. And shout out for my live viewer. Shout out to you. And thank you so much for joining me today. And happy birthday. Happy birthday to those who are having a birthday. And happy birthday to you, Lindsay, my friend from college. You guys, shout out to you, my dear. All right. So, social health and teens. Social health and teens. Okay. Last week, I did share with you guys that I my little cousin, Histine, shared with me. Actually, I shared with you her teddy bear, and so I shared with her the video and that I was telling her thanks online, and she saw and heard when I said um, kids learn through um, play. And this 7-year-old kid said to me, not just play, kids learn through humor or humor. Yes, kids learn through humor. Thank you so much for that, Hissy. That's a good point. And I will talk about it right now that yes, I did do some research in it, and kids do learn not just through play, but also through humor. And it actually helps them to be smarter and healthier, and helps them to cope with stress better. And it also improves their retention. As we know, when we laugh and when we play, our brain produces or releases a hormone that is called dopamine, which helps the brain to relax. And so thank you for that, Hissy. Yes, Histine, thank you so much. So one of the big things and the main things I want to talk about as we relate to teens, social health and teens, is that this whole social media story, as that many of us are caught up in, is not really social, especially as it relates to kids. And so many of the teens that we relate to these days, they don't really have social graces. They don't know the simple way of relating to people, real people, and not just over the internet. So teens, one of the things I'd like to, and parents, talk with you today on is that yes, you got to learn to put down the gadget sometimes and go talk. You know, sometimes people will text or call their loved ones. They're upstairs and they are calling the loved one that is downstairs. Just go downstairs. It's great exercise to go downstairs and have a face to face conversation and not just to talk on the phone. A lot of people love to text, and many times we miss things through texting. We miss important information through texting. I've had many experiences like that, and it's always great to have a face-to-face conversation whenever it is possible. Um, so social media is can be great, especially if you are far away from your family and your friends. It also gives support, but we have to use it in moderation. Studies have shown that people who use too much social media, they become more depressed, and so we have to be moderate with that. So we parents, you got to teach your children how. Remember that kids and teens, they don't just get up overnight and know how to do some things, especially to be sociable. We have to teach them common social graces. Good morning, hi, how are you? You know, if someone asks you hi, how are you, it's polite to say, to ask them back, you know, hi, how are you doing? You know, and so those are some things that it is very important for us to um, to look at as we talk about social, so being social and social health. And teens, yes, we need individuals to have a healthy life. Sociable, yes, we need to be sociable. The gadgets we use, the iPad, the iPod, um, these instruments, the headphones, all these things, video games, cartridges, and stuff, these are not real people you're relating to. Um, they may have their place. However, the video games are known to cause a lot of violence in teens too. So parents, you gotta be aware of that and be aware of what's going on. Another thing, you gotta eat with your children, parents. You gotta eat with them. Studies have shown out of Columbia University, their substance abuse department, they have pointed out that um, parents who eat with their children, or children who eat with their families dinner at least 5 to 7 times a week, they are less likely to use alcohol and tobacco. They are twice less likely, like 2 times less likely to use alcohol and to abuse drugs. And they are almost twice likely also to less likely to abuse marijuana. So as we talk about social health in teens, let us be aware of that. And also, I heard a thought last night: keep them busy, keep them busy, and you'll keep them out of trouble. And it's so true, parents, keep them busy. However, don't get them too much involved in too much sporting activities. They have to have a balanced life. Teens, yes, you have to have a balanced life. One of the things to teach them to be industrious, teach them to be industrious, teach them how to cook, how to take care of a house or a home, do their household chores. Teach them simple things like these. And teens, remember that your parents should be your first boss. Don't forget this. Your parents are your first boss. If you can listen to them at home, you can listen to your boss when you go out into the work world. And so, before I wrap up, I'd like to encourage you as young people, as teens, that you may feel like you're too young to do some things, but as Paul said to Timothy in 1 Timothy 4, verse 12, and I love this version, God's Word version says, don't let anyone look down on you for being young. Instead, make your speech, behavior, love, faith, purity, an example for other believers. So that's my encouragement to you guys. You know, as we talk about social health, you have a place to or a role to play in society. And I encourage you that you'll find your place in society. We'll talk more about teens, relating to teens at another time, because we do need to talk about sex education and all of that. However, I'll reserve that for another time as we're talking and focusing more on social health. So have a wonderful week ahead, everyone, and God